Hello, once again, dear viewers, and welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. And today I'm going to be channeling messages from the higher self of your next big romantic relationship. See what is coming in for you, whether you are in the midst of manifesting one, preparing for a new one, letting go of an old relationship, or just want confirmation about a person that is in your life or entering in. And this reading is for you. This message is timeless in general. So remember to take what resonates because I did get a lot of different energies coming through. And I'm going to be taking a look at this. And it feels like this is something that's transforming over the next few months. For some of you, it might be 2 to 4 months. This is something that you have been manifesting or are trying to manifest around a certain type of season in the year. Let's say I was hearing moon portal. So if you are in the process of doing it, then this is just double confirmation. And I'm really happy to be here for you channeling these messages. Right now I'm sensing there is a lot of like deep purple energy, so it feels like this might be a deeply psychic, or at the very least emotionally intimate connection that is forming in, or something that you are aware that is happening if you've been having trouble in the past or had to let go of a difficult relationship. This is something that is coming in that's going to give you a new lease on life or help you learn a lesson you might not have been able to learn in a previous relationship, whether this is a long-term thing or not. Because yeah, so there's this feeling of this has been a long time coming, and if you are aiming for a long-term relationship, um, I probably have some really good news for you, because it does feel like this is something that if you two come together, this is solving a puzzle. Now that seems like a lot, but if that is something you want, then that is definitely good news. Because one of the dynamics I felt even just before I sat down to record when I was meditating is this is kind of a weird like Forrest. Okay, bear with me. Forrest Gump, Jenny type of dynamic. Whether you identify as male or female, or if you're the Forrest or if you're the Jenny of the situation, it's going to be a little bit more balanced. This person to you might be coming towards you with that very beautiful, pure, childlike, well, not even childlike, just very pure understanding of love. They're not missing it. They understand what love is, and it's not a run and chase. It's not overly dramatic. It's very safe, and there's still this like childlike empathy and a bond. One or more of you might have come from a situation where there was a lot of I keep hearing the phrase trauma bonding, and there's a need for balance. There's a need for equal give and take, and either you or your person is looking for that. And if you both are, then that's definitely one of the reasons why you are coming together, is to learn what an equal, fair, balanced relationship looks like. Because if I heard the phrase, some of you have been seeing relationships through the eyes of the devil. And now with regards to that, it really is more of an addictive pattern of run and chase. And it's not necessarily like harmful. It's not necessarily that. It's a feeling. I'm driving after a passion, an emotion. There's an emotional charge rather than this sense of stability with another person. And if you're letting go of an old relationship, and those patterns of behavior are not going to go away easily, it will happen over time, but you just kind of need an example of a healthy and stable relationship. You might not have one in your environment. This might be an opportunity to learn about one by experiencing it, or you are an example of that, but you haven't met someone who is your equal. So it feels like you and your person are equals, but you might also appear as opposites on the outside, but you are complementary and you match. Some signs that this person is near, or this is your reading, I was seeing the colors purple, but also silver, gold, and black, as well as some prominent earth signs of like Capricorn, mostly like um, Taurus, Scorpionic energy also, as well as Cancer, Leo, Aquarius. Now, you don't have to have these signs, your person doesn't, but it's kind of the vibe. There's a little bit of a rebel with a cause and for a good reason, but there's also this very grounded, nurturing energy, either for one or two of you. You both might exhibit these behaviors in the relationship. It might bring out the best in you. You might have had to be like some other hen, or you, okay, I'm hearing some of you, if you identify as male, you had to be the uncle. But if you don't identify as male, it's like you had to be the strong masculine figure in a world that like taught you that was the only way to be. And you might be observing yourself in this new relationship and almost feel like you're outside of yourself. Like, who am I? This person kind of feels like they're equal to you too. They might be coming at this and approaching this in the same way. Like I'm still just reading the energy here. Um, Let me see the other messages I got before I get into the cards. I was seeing the color plum, but also plums specifically. Orchids, purple color orchids. I was seeing palm trees. Um, a timing for this, either if you're viewing this reading or during times of I just saw or heard the phrase quarter moon, like the first or second quarter, and that might be a timing thing or a pattern of releasing within you. You might be viewing this at this time. You might be meeting someone at that time. I'm getting this 4 month cycle or period. If you do meet within the next 4 months, or I'm also getting that 4 months into like a 4 month anniversary, if you meet them or if you've already met them and it's 4 months, this is a confirmation that you're going to have a little bit of a deeper bond or something is coming up to deepen your bond. And that's kind of the moment when you say, hey, this is a thing and I want to keep going. That is kind of the vibe I was getting with that. And if you do decide to break up, I'm hearing it's a mutual breakup because you learned everything you need to know. And this doesn't have to be so for all of you. This may be a transitional relationship that teaches you how to be a better partner because you're getting a clear example of a healthy partnership. And they might be continue to be your friends going on. This could be like a relationship that lasts for a while, but it really is up to you too, right? Do you decide to move on and grow together, or do you move on to what you want in a relationship now that you know what you can have and what's attainable? But yeah, also 2 songs I got right off the bat, I will link in the description below if you like to look into that, because it kind of denotes a vibe for what I'm feeling here. The first one was All For You by Janet Jackson. Like, if you really want it, like, it's all for you. And I'm getting like a lot of happy, giddy energy. Bear with me. The song Let Go by, I think, Frufru came out. It's just, there's a little bit of scorpionic transformative energy. That's why I'm saying, like, if you don't continue with this relationship, it is very much transformational. I'm seeing 8th house. And possibly, if any of you do follow astrology or you know your chart, look into your Venus sign, what house it falls into, and the sign specifically, because that might actually help you, like, allude to what lessons you need to learn. Because if you have some Aquarius or Scorpionic energy, or if you have an if you have a Venus in the 8th house, that will be very much a clear sign that there needs to be something that goes down here and transforms. And maybe some of you are just not wanting a long-term relationship. You just kind of need to have those, very loving connections. But it's like, okay, I learned what I need to do and I move on. But it's very, like, in a very mutually way. Like, it's very cathartic is what I'm hearing. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, this is your energy, what you're bringing to the table here in this relationship, in this bond, and when it's coming up. This is going to be their energy. And now, whether you identify either side, you could also identify with both, because you and your person, or this person that's coming in, may have certain traits that either mirror yours, or I keep hearing the phrase trauma bond. You both might have gone through the same sort of family dynamics, Because I'm not getting the sense that you're going to trauma bond to them. It feels like you both are looking for the same thing and you're trying to let go of old patterns, but they might persist. And it really is just, you will know when you get into this relationship, but it feels like you're unlearning those patterns, right? It's like you don't need drama, you don't need pain to hold the relationship together. It doesn't need to be this constant feeling of fear. Like, that's not what love is, and that's not what a healthy relationship is. But you or your person might need to let go of any pre existing notions of what a healthy relationship is. Because it's not like run and chase. It's not like, oh, I'm going to save them or I'm going to fix them. Like, no, like, your partner is a grown ass adult. They fix themselves. You don't need to be their parent or their mother. Let me just say that. A trauma bond relationship is this whole Cinderella complex of I need to save you, whether you identify whatever your gender is or how old you are, because you can be any age and be in a relationship that is like, I need to fix you and I need to save you. And that's not what love is. You know, that's not, I'm sorry to break your bubble. I'm sorry. And the passionate run and chase energy is something we've been indoctrinated into because sometimes people like live in those environments where they need to chase to survive. It's just this adrenaline addiction of if you start to feel like, oh, there's no excitement or passion. It's like, yeah, because you're safe and you love another person. And so the song, I'm going to write it down, Hot Tea by Half Alive also came up too, and it's very beautiful. Um, okay, that was the line. Hold you in my hands like hot tea. Know when I'm safe because you want me. And that's that's love. It's safe. It's calm. You're a child again in the arms of a parent. And if you've never known that, if you only know the run and chase element, I mean, you don't know what a healthy relationship is then. And if this has nothing to do with you, then disregard it. But I just kept hearing that message of trauma bonds. Like, no, babies, no. So let's get a look at you. Yeah, no, okay. Well, first of all, I love this. See, I'm it's the Queen of Swords for me has not been coming up, but for you, goodness gracious, okay, we got court cards. Oh, you are manifesting your kingdom. You really want that happy new beginning, that stability in yourself. Yeah, like you need a partner with agreeable energy, the yes vibe. You need the yes factor of yes and working together, not thieves, camaraderie. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. You start with a lot of Neanderthals. See, it's okay. So you're a very intelligent person. That's what I'm getting with this, but also emotionally intelligent and grounded. But you lacked a lot of stability outside of you. You might have been convinced by other people that you are the unstable one when the truth was they were kind of projecting onto you. You were mirroring back to them the chaos in your environment. Because I'm also reading this as a very deeply, highly sensitive person who is in tune with their environment and sees it for what it is. This is very passionate. Like, there was people who were argumentative around you, possibly. And everything was just a fight, just modern day society, rise and grind, and maybe you were withheld from speaking your truth. There's just this feeling of being blinded to your own truth as well. And now that you it feels like you're angry in a weird way. Like, you're approaching this relationship, or before you approach this relationship, you have this passionate energy that is like, I'm putting the past in the past. I'm walking away from everything. I'm letting go of what no longer serves me. And in a weird way, I do feel like that is basically what brings things in, but I keep hearing the phrase argumentative. Everything was a fight, everything was an argument. And possibly, like, that's a lot of what we see, like, in the movies and media and a lot of rom-coms. If you were raised on the television, or if you had a steady diet of that type of information growing up, or even now, it's just like, that's what we were taught. Like, he's fighting. You have to be fighting. That's how you stay together. You have an argument. It's like, no, what the frick? what? If you ever got along with a person that was just like so easy, they're agreeable, they work with you, not against you. And even if conflict comes up, they're not fighting. Not they're not throwing dishes against the wall. You know what I mean? It's like you're a mature adult dealing with a lot of people who might not be mature, or you are struggling with your own emotional maturity as well because you do not have a good mirror. And I'm hearing cosmic mirror as well. So there might just not be very many clear examples of what an emotionally healthy or stable person looks like in your life. You might have to look in the mirror, but it might be hard if people around you are, you know, distorting who you are and projecting onto you. I'm also hearing disassociating. So there might be even this need for mental clarity when it comes to the relationship between you and your emotions. And so before you even meet this person, you're determined to be in some sort of equal partnership, though you're not obsessively chasing after it. For some of you, you might need to take some time away from people and just kind of rediscover yourself. I'm seeing a vacation somewhere, going on a medicine retreat, whatever that might mean to you. Seeing someone in a cabin in the mountains. So that usually, like, the hermit card is coming up. If you need to take time to yourself and reevaluate what you want, that is the one of the key things that, you know, does actually align us better with our manifestations is that moment of isolation, but you're just focusing on yourself. What you do when you isolate is you're focusing in on just you. That's all you're looking towards is you, your highest good, and in communication with some sort of higher power, whether you pray to, God or your angels, or you work with whatever. It's you and you alone. Become that point, almost like a lightning rod for all that beautiful light and inspiration to strike. And in some part, you do know the truth of what you are, or you need to seek some sort of truth within you about what you want and really hone in on just what you are as a person, what you think is going to help you in your highest light. But part of you needs to be made whole within as well. You are not trying to manifest a relationship to fill a hole or a gap, because the only way that can be filled is by you. Having that mindset of, I need someone else to tell me who I am, is what keeps you stuck in those relationships that misinform you about you because they don't know you. If you don't know you, no one else will. And the people who project onto you do not know themselves, and they need others to fill that void. So remember, you're all you need in this life. But it is imperative we have each other. We also need connections. So what else is coming through? I'm just seeing the butterflies on the Queen of Swords, and just like butterflies exist for a reason. And again, transformation. Like, you learn, there's a lot of lessons you can learn from nature and cycles of transformation. So this sounds like you. Let's take a look at this person coming in. Oh my God. Oh my. Okay. Okay, so I was picking up on this. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I was literally, before I even when I was meditating, I was thinking about complementary colors again, and the color purple. And I was thinking, oh, it's like opposites attract, but also complementary colors. It's like, yeah, it's you have that red passionate energy. You have that free flowing spirit, and you come towards this relationship with your heart and your head intact in a weird way, finding a middle ground between emotional extremes but also the noise of the world. You have the capabilities. If you if you haven't, sorry, I got a song straightly. Okay, give me a second because I just got excited, and when I get excited I get a lot of information. So you okay, first of all, I'm going to say the information I got. Whether you are a Christian or not, you might be of the Christian faith or a follower of Christ, but basically I heard the song "On Christ the Solid Rock I Stand." So there's this feeling of there's a rock here, and you are forming it within yourself, so that this other person is approaching you with kind of the same energy. I'm hearing okay, big dick energy, right? You both have that. You both are. Mm. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down. I have to remember. So there's a. Oh goodness. Okay, so you have that vibe in you as well, but they more so feel like they're the younger one in a relationship. Okay, so let me go back. Complementary colors. When they mix together, red and blue, okay, make purple. Okay, that is exactly what I was feeling. You might feel like you're the opposite of this person in a lot of ways, but deep down inside, you do match. You're very much good for each other, and whatever lessons in life you're learning, you add to each other because you are this very vibrant. Clearly, there's a lot of red here. There's a lot of passion. There's like no nonsense judge. Aquarius, but also like Leo energy. Like, I'm a rebel. I don't give a frick. I'm gonna go out there. Okay, I was also getting a lot of independent, like, oh, yeah, you two might bond over like independent media or film. Because I was getting like cryptid zoology as well. You might have all like different types of jobs that are like outside the norm, either humanitarian jobs, animal rescue. I also saw someone working in an aquarium that had like exotic fish and animals, or just handling, or just had a passion for like exotic, like, because I keep hearing zoology, like I love animals, maybe a little bit of, because I heard Habitat for Humanity. So, charity work, it might be a job that goes outside the norm, could be freelancing, very much local freelancing, I'm also hearing. So, could be a work from home, but they have enough time to get involved in charity. They might be active in the church, whatever religion you follow, they might actually have one similar or one that kind of conflicts with yours, but deep down inside, they have the same views on the world as you do. And that is very much what brings you together and complements you in a way. Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, no, okay, I was picking up on, they are, it's so weird because they feel like they feel like uncle energy. Let me just say, the fun aunt uncle energy, but they are like, they. It's weird. I'm dealing with a lot of like, I don't want to say dichotomy, but it feels like that, and it's not even extremes. It's just like they have both in them, just like you have both in you. They can be both like the very eager childlike person, and then the sage. Okay, I was given a few examples like Dumbledore. Also, if any of you know Undertale, Asgore came up, so we got Goat Daddy. Okay. Which is, I mean, that it kind of is what I'm feeling. It's like, and that's that feels like Capricorn Leo. That's like a Capricorn Leo, where it is a Capricorn sun arising, but a Leo moon, and maybe even Sagittarius, where there's like the very much on the surface appears possibly stoic and reserved, but then they turn around and I'm just getting an image of this person who like looks very serious, and then they turn around and they're wearing like these googly eye glasses, like, surprise. Like, kind of like a dry sense of humor, but very fun. So that's kind of what I'm getting with this. Maybe I'm getting, wow. Okay, so what is that about? Because I heard the phrase verbal punishment. What does that even mean? So, okay, there might be some history. You two might have come from similarly, you know, traumatic backgrounds, let's say. And there was a lot of verbal kind of punishment, so to speak. And I'm sorry if that's triggering, but you might even bond over that. Like if their world was also distorted in who they were given back a distorted version of who they were and what the world was, then they're probably going to help you see almost like that version of you through their eyes, because you might be both positive mirrors. They see you accurately for who you are, like no judgments. Like I'm hearing also rebel with a cause as well. That was the second time I heard that. You might also be seeing repeated messages before you see them, because this feels like mirroring. This feels like you get each other. It's like literally you're the queen to their king, and or you're both queens or you're both kings. Like you have that. I keep hearing there's a strong stoic energy, but there's this passionate background. And they might have had to be very much like emotionally unresponsive. And yeah, I'm getting repetitive energy. You might just mirror each other, but you're not a funhouse mirror. You see each other accurately, and you're giving them a clear depiction on who they are, what love actually is, as well as you. And it's not because they're chasing after you because they want love. They want love for a very specific reason, not to complete them. They might not even be expecting you to see them accurately for who they are. But then they see themselves, and you kind of get an idea of you were lied to by so many people, and you might have already known that. But it's different to know within yourself that you're being lied to and then have it confirmed outside of you. So there it is, a catharsis, validation is important when you're releasing a lot of wounds. And whether or not this person is going on with you, this relationship is going to show you accurately who you are. And then over time, you'll figure out, do I want this? What do I want? So there's a lot of very beautiful energy here. And because you have very much 100% complementary, like how you're depicted right here, you could be in this for the long run. But again, you get to choose, and that's the beauty of this. And let's see, what is the. Okay, so the thing that brings you together, or the reason why this relationship is happening, because there might be some sort of I don't like to say contract, because it's not a karmic contract. There is, yeah, there's not a karmic bond here. It's justice, is what I'm seeing. The reason why you two come together is because in the past, the right to choose who you give your love to was either taken, blocked, or you didn't know the right person to give you love to. So this is just reiterating, you're going to decide, what do I want in a relationship now that you know what's available out there? Do I want this person? You have the right to choose, because there is this idea of, you thought you knew what you needed to love. You thought you knew what love was. You thought you knew what a good partnership was. But what you were mirrored was dysfunctional relationships, and then the media, and then Cinderella, and then all these beautiful, I'm hearing video games. Like there's stories on paper that are very beautiful, but if that's all you're shown and that's all you're going to chase after, there's no, what is it called, Enchanted, the Disney movie Enchanted. Like there could be the spark at first sight, there's attraction, but that's not love. That's what gets you two together. But then you're just drawn to the person's facade. You're not drawn to anything deeper than, this person's outer shell is pretty and shiny, and how do I make it work? It has to hurt me. They have to neg me. They have to be mean to me. Like the remake of Beauty and the Beast, where he's just always just a okay, I'm not gonna say the word, but he's just relentlessly mean, and there's no redemption arc, and it's all just, but he's just a child and he doesn't know any better. And it's like, come on, there are a lot of children out there who have the capacity for kindness. There are people out there who can learn. Like you don't be with someone who's just gonna always be a G head to you, who is just gonna treat you like I keep wanting to swear, so there's a lot of anger here. Like, I thought being with an asshole was the way to go. I was so drawn to the bad boys and freaking Danny Zuko from Greece. Like, I'm gonna change for a man. I can fix him. It's like, what the frick is your problem? That's not a man. That's a boy in man's clothing. That's a little kid. Or that's not a woman that you want to be with. That's a little girl who just never learned to grow up or whatever. Like, You're not going to save the princes. You're not going to, fix the boy. Kiss the girl, yes, but realize that you were just in love with something that was so much deeper than you ever thought, but you never knew you could have something beautiful like this. So that really is it, was what I'm seeing is this feels like the epitome of trauma bonding, not love. It's not choice, it's the illusion of it. And so now that you're stepping out of that, the indoctrination, the fear that's attached to this, there's no adrenaline, there's no rush, there's just I get to have peace. And now I'm also being shown a sanctuary again. Like if any of you have gone to church before and you went because specifically okay, I used to, okay, I'm trying to give the vibe that I'm feeling, and I just want to use my own experience. So while I'm not necessarily an active churchgoer, when I was active in the church. I was a choir girl. There was this feeling when you walk into the sanctuary and everybody's singing and you're truly connected to God, truly connected to the one most high, let's say in spirit. It is that love, that bond of there's that peace. There's that sense of, yes, I can breathe. And now I'm feeling it in my heart space. It's very cool. It's like, I'm just here. It's heaven. I feel safe. My nervous system can calm down. I'm not dysregulated. I don't need soothing. I can have a nice and peaceful day. Nothing's going to go wrong because I trust that my partner is not going to blow up for no reason. I don't have to walk on eggshells. My nervous system is calm. I'm in a place of holiness and sanctuary. Whether you continue on with the connection or not is up to you. What you need to know is that you deserve to hold space between another person, between yourself and another human being that just loves you. And you choose each other. That's the thing about love. You choose each other because you feel safe, because you feel that gentle release of everything. Your nervous system is calm. And in that nervous system reset, that's where healing begins. That's where you can emerge and you're safe. Because in that house of God, you are safe. He sees you. He already knows you. He loves you. Spirit knows you and loves you. The universe, the angels, they know you and love you unconditionally. And that's what I'm feeling here. You get to choose unconditional love for yourself and the others around you in a place of peace that mirrors being in a sanctuary with the one most holy and the Holy Spirit of everyone there who is there for the same reason. Whether you are with just a few people who are like you, an inner circle, because their friends might become your friends. You could easily become lifelong friends because it feels like that type of bond. And I'm also getting people might be jealous of you because there's this place of peace, like children again. This might be a lifelong friend as well, romantic or not. There's just this beautiful two angels finding each other. And I know that's just what it feels like. That's just very beautiful and pure. And everyone in this universe deserves that. Let me just tell you, you deserve that. You and your light, you and your heart. And I just want to say, like, all my love to you. I really do wish you the best in this romantic relationship, in this journey. And is there anything else? No, I think I'm gonna leave this right here. If you do have any angels or guardians or ancestors you've talked to, being told to um, talk to them, or I'm also hearing I will do another reading for you in the future from angels. Okay. So that was just a side message for me. So thank you again, dear viewers, for watching. I wish you the best and all my love to you. I will see you in another reading.